It's Week 15 of the 2022 season. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs, as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Bills and the Dolphins. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Fielded just outside the goal line. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
Now be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Here's Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And his throw is incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll begin things here. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for the Bills touchdown. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they get the turnover across territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now Allen. This is brought in by the tight end Tommy Sweeney. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Keep it.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. And here's Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd and 9, Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Open man downfield is Davis. Touchdown Bills. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Allen will try to throw for it. And that is incomplete here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation, because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Now Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Allen and the Bills now down by 12. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. That's taken in by Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Allen.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Pass complete to Hines. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. Throwing is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle. The clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
He's at the 50. The 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Solid, convincing win here in this one. We did have some excitement down to the very end, though. This game ended on a rare onside kick, but they didn't recover it.
And they were in great shape anyway, but going ahead and recovering, finishing things off, being part of that good hands team, it's an honor, but you want to make sure you do actually recover the ball.
Well, I'm just glad that it gave us a little something there at the end because this one was over beforehand.
You're right. You're exactly right. Down the stretch, last one. Yeah, that gives a little something to bounce out of here on.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.